Yeah, good morning. This is Bang Bang Rahil. Just like to a little podcast this morning, a little video really about a mate of mine called Johnny Wells. Johnny Wells has passed away. He passed away yesterday, I think it was. I just got a message this morning. Me and John met in the foot market in Brentford Market when I was a night porter. Walking around, he was also doing night porting and day porting. Yeah, went round and met him. Nice guy, blonde hair, thick set, short but thick set. Just a nice guy. Learnt me so much about being a porter, how to steal things. You know what I mean? Never stopped stealing stuff. He's always milking stuff out of boxes, milking it for his own, selling them for his own personal use as well. He used to milk the tomatoes, used to milk the oranges, the apples, everything he used to milk, yeah. And me and him got to be white pals in the market and outside the market. In the market, you had a thing called a lister that starts up, boom, and it just, you drive around the market on it and you load the back up. Well, Johnny Wells, he used to work for a firm called Phillips. It was either called Phillips's or Phillips. I think it was called Phillips's, yeah. And there was two porters, and John, he was the main one, yeah. And do you know what? I've got to say something about John. He was a good-looking guy, short, stocky guy, thick set. He wasn't afraid of no one, mate. He wasn't afraid of no man in that market. Fair play to him, yeah. I mean, Colin Cracknell was one of the guns of the foot market. Johnny Wells would never ever bow down to him. I used to be sometimes with John, get on John's lister, go round. I'll be a night porter. Colin Cracknell was he was the porter at I think it was called Heinz's or something. I forget the name of it now. It's a long time ago. Just Northside. That's it, Northside. And John, he didn't give a market, mate. He would call him all sorts of names, Cracknell. He said, "Yeah, I know you, Cracknell, mate, frightened of you." Poof and everything. He was going mad, you know what I mean? But he knew that Cracknell would bash him up, but he didn't care, you know what I mean? He just didn't care. I've seen him, John, in the market have loads of fights, and I've never seen him get beat. But he was a diamond guy. But what he liked to do, he liked to smoke. He smoked too much, and I know he had a bad chest, mate. He smoked a lot and he drank a lot. He loved pigeons. He loved pigeons. And in the foot market, there was a lot of people that loved pigeons, yeah? There used to be a pigeon thing. There used to be a place in Hamwell, a pub in Hamwell called the Viaduct, yeah? And it was a big pigeon gaff, yeah? And I went there one day, and it's all Pete with his pigeons. A lot of guys come from Brentford Market. The reason why I'm doing this a little video about John is because I want people to know, who know Johnny Wells, to find out the brother or people they might know John and this, that and the other, and get in touch, please, and have a, just condolences to the family, yeah. But it gutted me this morning when I looked at my messenger and I see that he died. I know that he was ill, but come on, he was a mate. It's a good mate of mine, and a couple of my mates have already gone. It's Gary Jakeman and Richard McNeil. They've also gone from chests and bits and pieces and cancer and this. It seems to be all my mates are passing away now, but that's only three that I know at the moment, yeah. But it guts me, you know what I mean? And that's why I don't smoke, I don't drink, I train all the time. I look after myself, yeah. I don't want to be, I've been in bits of pain in my chest and bits and pieces of my heart, this, that and the other, but that's my own fault. When I was in prison, abusing what I was eating and all the fatty foods, so I put it on myself, yeah. Me and John, we go back years. I mean, me and John used to have fights in the boathouse over Kew Bridge. We used to fight every time we went into that boathouse, downstairs or upstairs. A big Murray bush on the door upstairs. He looked after upstairs. There were a few guys downstairs, couple of guys on the door. Me and John used to fight. When Moy Bush see me and John going there, mate, he used to say to us two, no fighting tonight, you two. And we used to fight all the time. Loved the fight. Loved the fight. And Johnny Wells, mate, he didn't care. He could have a row, but he loved me because I used to hit him on the chin. He used to go over. I was only a kid. You're only 17? Do you know what I mean? 17, 18. But you love a fight, yeah? And me being in and out of prison all the time, we used to go to the all these places with the old cap on and a scarf around the neck, and the Dr. Martin boots and the slave press trousers, even going to the clubs. You know what I mean? And the people knew who we were, all from the market. And you had about 10 guys coming in from the market, and everybody knew that all them guys were powerful guys that could really march on, which is always, didn't care. We'd always have a row. John, I love John to bits. He never give in. He was always first there and last out. And we used to go down the castle. I remember the time me and him down the castle, we had a big fight down there. And we had to get out of there 100 miles an hour because it come on top and it looked like me and him was going to get killed. But John nutted a couple of guys and done a bit of damage. I hit a guy, done a bit of damage, and then it was on top. There was on top loads of them on us here. All come from Richmond Ham, all around that way. And we was going to get killed, so we've gone. My mate Bobby Collins, Philip Collins, Racker Collins, all the Collinses, get in touch if you can with Johnny Wells family. Get in touch with Ray or someone, just give you condolences. I mean, all the Collinses were all very, very close. All the Wellses were very, very close, and all the Johnny Wells. The Willses. You got the Wellses, so you get all confused. But Ray Wells, he's Johnny Wells' brother. He lives on the Isle of Wight. I mean, I've been on the Isle of Wight about 4 times now. I keep saying I'm going to meet Ray. I never get to phone him up when I'm over there. But Ray, the next time I'm over there, mate, I'll give you a call and we'll have a meet up, mate, yeah? And I'm really sorry about what's happened, mate. It's not my pipe out this morning, knowing that, because me and him was close. And we used to fight over women, you know that. I mean, always fight. John used to be with a girl, black-headed girl. I don't know if he married her or what he did, but he was madly in love with this woman. You couldn't even look at her sideways, you get killed. And John, mate, when he was coming down the Anchor in Bolivar's Road, right, Anchor was a mad pub. Anchor was one of them pubs that no one felt safe. Even if you was local, you didn't feel safe in that pub. And John had come down with his brother. I forget his brother's other name. Mickey. Was it Mickey Wells? I'm not quite sure. The bigger one of the lot. And you had Ray and you had, anyway. So it kicked off there one day. Me, Terry Woods, I think it was Michael or Mickey, and it kicked off in there. And Mickey wasn't a fighter at all. Mickey was one of these guys that just loved money, and he had a big property in Chiswick. I mean, a property now, today, 10 mil, maybe even more than that, you know. But he bought it for next to nothing then, maybe, 300 grand. But after, I mean, he bought it in the 70s and the 60s. You can imagine, this place was massive, mate, beautiful. And Michael didn't like a fight, but he got involved with this, and he saw him got out of the pub. I know I was there. John, again, I'm gutted that he died. Ray, send my condolences to you, mate, and all the family. I don't know when the funeral is or whatever. I don't like going to the funerals, mate. I didn't even go to my mum's. I'm not into that, mate, but I don't know what to do. He was a good mate, and a good mate that I'm going to miss a lot. I haven't seen him for years. I don't know what happened to him, but I miss the pigeons as well. He loved his pigeons, mate. I mean, he loved his pigeons better than he did anybody, right? And some of these pigeons would cost 10, 15, 20,000 pounds for a pigeon. That's crazy, isn't it? And yet you see them all around Trafalgar Square. Millions of pigeons, you know what I mean? But these ones are racing pigeons. They all go around the world, mate, to race them. And they got these little things that look like a bullet thing. They put on their legs, they're gone. And they're fantastic, the speed they go, mate. It's but John, they always come back to John, and John's got a lot of money out of it, mate. I couldn't see them, mate. Myself, I couldn't see money in that pigeon game, but he seemed to get a lot of money out of it. He loved his pigeons. I mean, you can't talk about his pigeons. He had names for them and everything, John, and you can't slag his pigeons down, you know what I mean? And another mate, gone, it just guts me, yeah. It guts me that we've gone through so much in the market, so much. Me and him together have took lorries, you know, open lorries up at the back, and it's everything out the back, all the oranges, the grapes, tomatoes, peaches, pears. We've took everything out of his motors, refrigerator cut motors, lorries. You got the guys in the front asleep, and we used to get into the back. I don't know, it was John used to be able to do the electrics or something to the back and get in. And we used to nick not the whole load, obviously, but we used to nick a load, yeah. Never in a lister, always on a barrow, because the lister makes noise, and so the barrows, we should load the barrows up, but what these drivers used to do, they used to think they was clever and drive the lorries near the gate, so they're secure. Security be watching it all the time. But you got some of these that ain't so clever that put them near the company, like Market Sales and Munros and all around there, at the very top, Block Row 6, and they just fall asleep. In the morning they think they'd be in the morning they get to the back and then half the wagon's missing. It's crazy. Anyway, John, I miss him a lot, mate. I'm going to miss him now. Even if we didn't have much contact, he was always there, mate. You know what I mean? He was always there, right? Any problems he'd have had, I was always there for him, mucker. Always. I'm gutted, mate. I'm gutted. I remember when at Acton Town Hall, yeah, when I had my own boxing promotions, John come in and I charged him. I charged everybody, you know what I mean? He went mad because I charged him. But it had to be done, you know, that's what it's about. And he was for me, mate. He was shouting, "Go on, Wayne, kill him, kill Colin Crattle," you know what I mean? But Colin was killing me, so I just nutted Colin all around the ring and chucked him out the ring, yeah. And that's what it was, just one of them unlicensed fights, a bit over the top, yeah. I'm just sorry that he's gone. He's gone this way, yeah. He was a mate, you know, a mate. And to think that your mates is just passing away now, just get to the age, still 75s, 76s or whatever it is, and they're all going, mate. They're all going, you know, and I think to myself, Jesus Christ, I better start training even more, you know what I mean? Better start doing more and just keeping myself as fit as possible. I'm just gutted, mate. I can't believe that he's gone, John. I just can't believe it, mate, that he's not there no more. Just got in bed. I think he was in hospital. Just closed his eyes, mate, and that's it. And didn't wake up no more. And mad, mate. Our life is 1 minute they're here, now they're gone, and I'm talking about him. And a couple of weeks' time, no one will be talking about him, and then something silly come up and then start again. And it's that's how life is, mate. 1 minute you're here, and then you're gone, and then everybody forgets you. You know, but I promise you, John, I will never forget. I promise you, Ray, that I will never forget your brother, mate. Me and him going back a long, long way, We've stuck together back to back. We've stole together in the market. Never stopped stealing fruit, vegetables. I remember a time, this is mad, I mean, I always remember John for this thing, right? My old mum loved flowers. And in Bradford Market, there was a lot of flower growers in there. You get, you know, roses, big boxes of roses, you know, massive boxes of roses. And Johnny Rose nicked some roses, boxes of roses, and said, "I'll give that to your mum." Mate, this box of roses, I mean, it must have cost a fortune, you know what I mean? The roses were unbelievable. We nicked them off the back of a lorry, and he said, "Come on, take that for your mum." I was petrified coming out of the market with it. I had to get a mate to give me a lift out of the market, so I didn't have to walk out of it. And my mum, mate, Johnny Walls, I love him for what he'd done there, you know what I mean? He gave me this big box of roses. Well, he didn't give me it. It cost me money, but it wouldn't cost me. It cost a fortune to buy it. John would never give me nothing for it. You don't know about that. Anyways, he gave me this big box of roses for my mum, and my mum cried, mate. I just put them in the front room, and my mum came in and see him there, and she opened up and she cried. And after that, I was nicking more roses for my mum than anything. My mum used to have boxes and bags of fruit and vegetables, so much so that she used to give it to the neighbours, you know, and that was a good thing about the market. Anytime my mum wanted something, I'd get it for her. Tin, fruit, anything, vegetables, because there's a gaff in there called Dean's, that is on the corner. They also do all the tin fruits and oxos and razor blades. Listen, I remember me and John, we nicked boxes and boxes of razor blades, and razor blades then was the thing to take, because you had millions of razor blades in a box, yeah, and they come to a lot of money. There's a video, I did say it before, about Brentford Market. I've got it on my phone. I don't know how you get it out, how you put it on. It's a video about the market, and one of the people in there who's got long hair is Colin Cracknell. When it first kicks off, it's Colin Cracknell. I can't believe it. It's Colin Cracknell. It's mad. He's only looks about 17, 18. Yeah, man. And crikey, I couldn't believe it. But anyway, this is Bang Bang Rail. Please like and subscribe, and all my condolences to Johnny Wells. Please, as I've done this podcast or this video, people that know Johnny Wells, try and get all of the family and give them all the condolences you can, yeah? So this is Bang Bang Rail. Please press the like button and subscribe. Good morning, yeah?